I'd be concerned. This was a team that to this point was wire-to-wire first place, and that was something none of us were expecting. Now, could they still get one of those wild card spots? Yes. I do not think they're going to win this division. I think this division, as I've been saying all year long, is going to the Seattle Mariners. I think it's the Mariners' time. Of all the teams, they're the team I really do think it is their time. As much as you think it's the Orioles' time, it is way more the Mariners' time.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about them. 8-2 in their last 10. I think they have the best rotation in all of baseball. I mean, at least right now, the way that they're trending the last 2 months of the season, they're hot. I want to ask you about, what you think their ceiling is in the American League this year, but also about the offseason, because Shohei Ohtani at the All-Star game was talking about how much he loves Seattle. Let's say, he can't throw next year. They don't really need pitching. They could give him $450 to $500 million. You think they have a shot at Ohtani, and what do you think they could do this year, the Mariners?
They definitely have a shot. I don't expect them to get him. I don't think he's going to be leaving the state of California. In my eyes, there's really only two teams that are going to be battling it out, getting their hands on Shohei Ohtani, and that's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Yeah. Maybe, just maybe, if A.J. Preller somehow out-fleeces San Diego and gets him to stay there another year, despite the fact of this embarrassing year, if he can stay there and convince the ownership that, hey, we have $430 million, we should go ahead and get Shohei Ohtani. But I still think Shohei Ohtani is commanding $500 million. And that's even if news comes out that he needs Tommy John surgery, which we still haven't gotten that news yet. So I'm holding out hope that he can come back and still pitch next season.
You know what? I like Baltimore in the North. I think Cincinnati's going to have a situation. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's why we're all connected, man. That's why I love coming on the show, because it's easy connection and we vibe together. But I'm really concerned about Joe Burrow and the calf injury, right? If you let Jamar Chase tell it, he wants to have Burrow sit out in week 1 against the Browns. And you know what? I would too, because Myles Garrett is coming after you, and that's going to be a road game, and that's not going to be anything that's going to be nice that you want to involve yourself with, especially with a calf that has some issues, right? So I'm worried about Cincinnati in the early part of the season. I think they have enough chemistry to get themselves together as the schedule moves forward, probably more so towards about week 5, week 6. We'll see them really hit their stride. But it's Lamar Jackson. It's this touted, passing attack that they're going to go with now instead of having Lamar use his legs, and that's a smart move. I mean, the guy signed for a bag in the offseason, and well-deserved. He deserves every single penny of the new contract that he got. And, John Harbaugh does not want him out there running the football and making plays with his legs. It's a big reason why Lamar hasn't been healthy the past couple of years, because he's constantly put this offense on his back to make plays. But you think with Mark Andrews, hopefully we see Odell Beckham Jr. return back to a guy that we saw maybe as a Cleveland Brown back in 2019, if he can stay healthy, because that was the last time we saw him healthy and really play the majority of the season, but then also put up big numbers. But if those things align with this team, then you're looking at the Baltimore Ravens being atop the AFC North. So I like them. And, of course, you can never count out their defense as well. Baltimore brings that every single week. So I like the Ravens.
We're on opposite sides. I love the Buffalo Bills, minus 120 on the money line against your New York Jets, and I'll tell you why. Team of the offseason always loses in game number 1. Team of the offseason last year was the Denver Broncos. What'd they do? Lost to the Seahawks in week 1. Year before that, who was the team of the offseason? That would be Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They lost to the New Orleans Saints. When the Browns were the team of the offseason, when they got Odell Beckham Jr., they lost to the Titans in week 1. This is what happens, Ryan, right? Team of the offseason, they're overvalued in the market. Everybody wants to back them. They're excited to watch them play. We know the Jets are the team of the offseason this year. And I just look at what the Bills did last year to start the season, opened up against the Rams, demolished them in L.A., Monday Night Football against the Titans week 2, beat them by 40, came out of the gate strong last year. After how last season ended against the Bengals, I think they're on a mission this year. It's a huge game in the AFC East week 1. Bills can really get off to a nice start. So I thought getting them at minus 120 was an excellent price. I think they win that game by probably like 7 points. I think they win it by a touchdown.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the Bills. Big on the Bills.
I like Detroit. I want to wait and see if we get back to 7, maybe even 7.5. I feel like everybody's going to want to bet the Chiefs.
No doubt.
They're going to be raising the banner. They're at home. Arrowhead, obviously a tough place to play. The Chiefs are the only team in the National Football League.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Quarterback design run.
Kaliakmanis?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I like him.
It was easier when it was Tanner Morgan.
Was that a design quarterback run?
No. Just saw the lane.
Nope.
Saw the lane open up.
Yeah, he could use the wheels a little bit, man. I like it.
Saw the lane open.
But yeah, I'll probably wait and bet Detroit a little bit more if we get past the touchdown. I feel like everybody's going to want to take the Chiefs. They're the only team to be favored in all 17 games this season.
Yeah.
But, man, Detroit, I mean, especially the way that they closed out the season, the defense was much better. And that's my concern because we know offensively they're going to be tough. Oh, who needs Cam Rising?
Look at that.
Oh, my Lord.
Well,
6-0 Utah.
That's quite a start.
Not great for the under.
That's quite a start.
Play action pass.
Wow. What a throw, too. I mean, he put it right. Didn't it look like there was a guy wide open coming across the middle of the field, and he went deep, put it between two of the secondary guys. Beautiful play.
70 yards.
Gets off the field, 4th and 9.
That's what we need.
Let's make it happen.
That total is going to continue to go down. Parks with the 70-yard touchdown reception for Utah. They get on the board right away. They close as 5.5-point favorites. No Cam Rising. And it might not matter in this game.
Man,
Florida's secondary
nice
looked a little rough right there.
Is Todd Graham still there, D.C. at Florida? If it is, I don't know how he still has a job.
Oh, man. I got to check really quick.
Yeah, check that if you could, because he's horrendous.
Austin Armstrong's the
okay. They did get a new one.
Yeah, new DC there.
Well, that's not a great start for him. First play is DC. I mean, that was just a heck of a throw. I mean, there were two safeties right there, and he just puts it right. I mean, you couldn't hand it off to him any better than that.
I didn't see that coming.
No, I did not see that coming either. Should have taken Utah first quarter money line. Would have been nice. Would have been a nice start.
Yeah. All right, still plenty of time to go though. So Bryson Barnes, 1 for 1 tonight, 70-yard completion to Parks, and he gets on the board. 3rd and 10 here for Minnesota, and we got an incomplete pass, so that'll bring up 4th and 10. They're going to have to punt the football away to Nebraska. 9:56 to go in the first quarter. Central Florida scores again. They're up 21-3. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Central Florida about to get possession back right here. And then still 7-0 in the UConn game. So feeling all right there.
Ryan, just like that, Florida's plus 11.5. And that's why I wanted to wait. Because, 5.5, didn't feel good about that number. First play of the game, probably should be like 9.5 right now, but because they scored on the first play, it's 11.5. I think that's a great buy-in spot on Florida right now.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about, like with the first half total closing at 21.5, and why I didn't want to go under on the first half is just the scripted stuff, but that has nothing to do with that, like, being a scripted drive. It was just a 70-yard dart down the field. And it's just like that, 7-0 Utah. The other game, so I said yesterday that I couldn't find a favorite that I liked week 1. And I know everybody's going to like, because of the number, especially if we get back to 10 with Houston against Baltimore on the road. But today I bet the under on the Texans, under 6.5. I just can't see them getting to 7 wins year 1 with Ryans and with C.J. Stroud as a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
Obviously, I think they improve a little bit. I think it's going to take some time. And the Ravens, the only thing I worry about is the secondary to start the season. I mean, they already have injuries. The defense isn't going to be what it was, but I'm so high on that offense this year. It's going to be a lot of 11 personnel. It's going to be Lamar pushing the ball down the field. Zay Flowers, I think, is going to have the best rookie season for a receiver just because of the offense he's in.
He looks like a beast.
OBJ, even if he's the number 2, is going to have a monster year. You have Mark Andrews. You have a strong run game. I think that they win that game by double digits. I think Baltimore is an 11-12 win team this season. I think Lamar stays healthy. And I think that'd be the one favorite that I would look at. I'm definitely using them in Survivor. You know everybody's going to use the Commanders against Arizona.
Vikings against the Bucs. Don't you use the Vikings, folks. That has upset written all over it. I'd be very careful using the Vikings in Survivor. I'm with you. The Ravens would be my play. Probably the favorite I would like, because I'm with you. I don't like many. I think the Chargers -3 against the Dolphins. Can't you see the Dolphins being very trendy, right? Because the Dolphins are healthy. I know they lost Ramsey, but obviously 2 is a full go. That offense is going to be ready to roll. Dolphins lost to the Chargers last year on Sunday Night Football when the Chargers were completely depleted. I mean, they had Herbert, but all his receivers were hurt. I think people might think it's like a revenge spot, so I kind of do like the Chargers -3.
Me too.
Maybe we get a 2.5.
Yeah,
because I think Miami money's going to come in.
I like the Chargers too. I mean, you look at the defensive side of the ball for Miami. They bring in Jalen Ramsey. He's not going to be healthy to start the year, and now you have Justin Herbert allowed to push the ball down the field with Kellen Moore as the OC. So I like the Chargers a little bit in that game too.